I'm here, field 3, Mesa del Sol, game of the week between the Eldorado Eagles and the Rio Grande Ravens. I'm here with Rio Grande coach Santiago Zamora. Coach Zamora, last year you won the Super Bowl, totally new team. Can you tell me about that?
I've always ran two teams for a while now. Last year was my older team. They aged out, and I'm bringing up the younger boys now. Got a lot of new players, got a lot of new talent, and we're just trying to figure out, hoping we can repeat what we did last year.
Coach, can you tell me some key players for today's games?
The ones that I think you should watch for is 23, Malachi Cruz. He's our quarterback, big, dynamic player, new to being a quarterback, but he's doing really good. We have Zayden Rayal, 13, our running back. He's doing good. Number 5, Matthew Melendez. He's our receiver. A lot of these boys are playing out of position for what they normally do in the fall, so we're trying them out in different positions, and they're doing really well.
Coach, now this team, I don't know if people are familiar with this, but it's 8-on-8 here for spring, right? Are you going to carry on coaching this team for fall?
Yes. That's why I'm here, to make sure everything goes smoothly. We got a lot of new coaches, a lot of new players, and we're just coming to kind of keep our tradition going.
And Coach, if you can give any advice to other coaches, I know you've been coaching around for a while. I've seen you, I believe you were a traveling team, right? You had a traveling team?
Yeah, we did. We traveled a little bit with my older team and stuff like that.
How'd you guys do there?
We did good. We went to Vegas. We did good. Saw some good competition from here, as well as Texas. So it's good for the boys to see different competition. There's no college scouts or anything like that, but it's good just for an experience to do some team bonding and just to see what else is out there.
Awesome, Coach. Stay tuned here. Field 3, Mesa del Sol. Coach Zamora, good luck.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Awesome.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of New Mexico Young American Football League Spring Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's.
And then, can we mute? Which one are you going to use, green or red? Okay.
XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Spring Game of the Week. For all your sports photography needs, visit XL Sports Photography. This segment of the Game of the Week is brought to you by First Impressions, Inc. For all your graphics and apparel needs, First Impressions, Inc.
Accent Southwest Windows and Doors is the only locally owned 5-star Anlin Gold dealer in New Mexico. Our factory-trained installers can upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, saving you money. With over 90,000 installs, our record speaks for itself. Accent Southwest Windows and Doors.
This segment of the New Mexico Young American Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Davis Miles, your New Mexico lawyers. This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of New Mexico Young American Football League.
Rock, paper, scissors.
The week, every season starts at Dick's.
You've got more tasks to do than there are hours in a day. Are you comfortable with that? Being comfortable should never be a chore. This is comfortable.
This week's New Mexico Young America Football League Game of the Week is brought to you by Bubba's 33, where they have food for all.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of New Mexico Young American Football League Spring Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's.
This week's New Mexico Young America Football League Game of the Week is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. You have to be here. This week's segment on the New Mexico Young America Football League Game of the Week is brought to you by the Rio Grande Rotary Club. This week's New Mexico Young America Football League Game of the Week is brought to you by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's.
James, if you want it right there.
This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by Fully Promoted, bringing you branded products and marketing services empowered by embroidery. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young America Football League Spring Game of the Week. For all your sports photography needs, visit XL Sports Photography. This week's New Mexico Young America Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Clarity Financial Group, finding truth in the numbers.
Dang, even the refs running.
You've got more tasks to do than there are hours in a day. Are you comfortable with that? Being comfortable should never be a chore. This is comfortable.
Yeah, I know. You watching it? Yeah.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's. This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by Fully Promoted, bringing you branded products and marketing services empowered by embroidery. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young America Football League Spring Game of the Week. For all your sports photography needs, visit XL Sports Photography. This week's New Mexico Young America Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Clarity Financial Group, finding truth in the numbers.
Welcome to today's game, Mesa del Sol, Field 3. We've got a matchup today between Eldorado Eagles and the Rio Grande Ravens. 14U matchup, big game. Key players for Eldorado today are number 1 quarterback Tristan Lee, linebacker number 5 Hudson Powell, right tackle number 47 Ezekiel Garcia, and running back number 21 Caden Lucero. Key players today for Rio Grande Ravens, number 23 quarterback Malachi Cruz. There's the kickoff. The possession goes to Eldorado. It's a fumble, and he's hit immediately, taken down after the botched snap there from the kickoff return. It's going to be first down and 10. Eldorado Eagles, ball on the 15-yard line. Eldorado set up for the huddle. Eldorado will be wearing the orange and white today. Rio Grande will be wearing the black and red with yellow and gold helmets. Eldorado breaks the huddle. Looks like they'll be in the gun set. 5 linemen down, running back in the backfield. There's the snap to number 1. Looking back, they're going to throw the ball immediately. He keeps it. QB keeper up the middle. Nice 6-yard run there by number 1 quarterback Tristan Lee for Eldorado. Looked like a pass play, but ended up being a draw. It's going to be second down and about 5 for the Eagles. Eldorado breaks the huddle. 1 receiver to the right. QB in the gun set. Running back behind him, number 21, Caden Lucero. There's a snap. Looks like a run up the middle. Lucero runs. Gets about a 3-yard gain. It's going to put Eldorado, actually first down they're calling. Nice power run there by running back number 21, Caden Lucero. 5-yard carry there. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Eagles. Ball on the 25-yard line. Eagles break the huddle. Looks like they're going to 3 linemen down, 3 receiver split. 1 in the slot, 2 split out to the right, left. There's a snap. Looks like a run up the middle again, up the middle. Breaks free. Breaks past the first down, and it looks like he's going to be gone. Number 21, Caden Lucero for the Eagles with the long scamper. He broke to the right, did 1 cut, broke free for our first touchdown of the game, putting Eldorado up 6, Rio Grande 0 here early in the first quarter.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Eagles will elect to go for the extra point.
Hey, Phil, have it.
Eagles doing some substitution in the game now. Number 3, Everett Chastain. Eldorado breaks the huddle. Looks like they'll be in the tight end set. 3 linemen down, 2 tight ends in the A set, 2 running back set.
Stand it up and look for that ball, boy.
There's a snap. Looks like a run up the middle. Let's see. And it is good. So number 5 on Eldorado, who just subbed in. Check that. Number 5, Hudson Powell, with the hard run up the middle, putting Eldorado up 7. Rio Grande 0. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
This week's New Mexico Young America Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by New Mexico Tractor Sales and Desert Greens Equipment, proud sponsors of the New Mexico Young America Football League.
Back here, folks, Game of the Week, Mesa del Sol Field 3 between Eldorado Eagles and Rio Grande Ravens. If you're just tuning in, Eldorado's coming off a big, long touchdown run from number 21, Caden Lucero, capped off, punched in with a run-yard run by number 5, Hudson Powell, putting Eldorado up 7-0 here early in the first quarter. Eldorado will be kicking off. Kicking off will be number 21, Caden Lucero, and he kicks it, and that'll be a flag. Ball was kicked out of bounds. So Rio Grande will have great field position here coming from the kickoff off the penalty. Ball will be at the 35-yard line. The Ravens break the huddle. Looks like they'll be in the power run set. In the backfield, that quarterback for Rio Grande is number 5, Matthew Melendez. Next to him is number 13, Lorenzo Cardenas. There's a snap, run up the middle to Cardenas. He runs hard up the middle, gets about a 6-7 yard gain there on the halfback trap, putting Rio Grande in a 2nd down and 3 situation. Rio Grande breaks the huddle. They'll be in the jumbo set. Number 23 goes in motion, Malachi. In the backfield now, number 33, Connor Kushner. There's the motion. It's a direct snack to number 5, the quarterback. He runs hard and he's met immediately in the backfield by Eldorado players. Tackle made by number 3, Everett Chastain, along with number 21, Caden Lucero, on the assist tackle there. We're gonna have about a 3rd down and 2, 3rd down and 3 after that no gain of a run.
Let's go. Let's go. Good job. That's it.
Rio Grande breaks the huddle. They'll continue to be in the jumbo set. There's a snap. Hand off to number 33. Big hard-nosed run, and he's met immediately from number 9, Malachi Romero, in on the tackle, along with number 17, Camden Ho, bringing up a 4th down and about 2 for Rio Grande.
Theory here of how to
Huge
do it.
position. Rio Grande breaks the huddle.
Call out your block. Know where you're going.
Melendez at quarterback waiting for the snap. There's a snap. It's going to be a QB trap keeper. He breaks it outside free. He runs down the sideline. And there he goes. Touchdown, Rio Grande Ravens. Huge QB trap. He faked the trap inside, kept it, broke free to the left. Great run there by the quarterback, number 5, Matthew Melendez. 28-yard run there, making it 7-6. Eldorado awaiting the extra point here to see if they can tie the ball game.
Everett! Make sure that thing doesn't bounce out.
Rio Grande will be behind that big old line in the jumbo set. Melendez under center. It's a fumble on the ground. And the ball's dead right there. So the extra point is no good. Rio Grande scored on a 30-yard touchdown run from their quarterback, number 5, Matthew Melendez, making the score 7-6 with an unsuccessful extra point. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
You've got more tasks to do than there are hours in a day. Are you comfortable with that? Being comfortable should never be a chore. This is comfortable.
Back here, game of the week, Mesa del Sol Field 3 between Rio Grande and the Eldorado Eagles. We're coming off a Rio Grande Raven touchdown, making the score 7-6. Their extra point was unsuccessful. They'll be kicking off right now. Kicking off for Rio Grande is number 9, Nathaniel Ballard. And it's a high one to the right. It's received. He's taken down immediately. Ball will be down about the 25-yard line. Great kick coverage there by the Ravens. Rio Grande will have the ball on the 25-yard line, first down and 10. Now let's see if they can answer with a touchdown. Eldorado breaks the huddle in a spread set. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Running back in the backfield. There's a snap. Looks like it's gonna be a halfback pass. It's bubbled. It's gonna be incomplete pass there. Little behind the running back on the swing route. Incomplete. Be a second down and 10 for Eldorado. Eldorado breaks the huddle. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. To the left, number 11. There's a snap, looks like it's gonna be a run up the middle again to number 21. Breaks free to the outside. Runs hard, gets knocked out of bounds. After about a 12-yard gain, making it a first down and 10. Eldorado Eagles on the big time run from number 21, Caden Lucero. We're gonna have a timeout, Rio Grande Ravens. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week. back here, Mesa del Sol, Field 3, game of the week between Eldorado and Rio Grande. The score right now is set 7-6 Eagles. Eagles are driving, coming off a first down there by a big run by number 21, Caden Lucero. Eldorado looking back to pass. Looks like they're going with a swing pass. It's a nice catch out of the backfield. Runs down the sideline. Catch made there by Caden Lucero. He made the catch and he ran about 10 yards. It's been a big heavy dose today of Caden Lucero, number 21 from Eldorado. First down and 10 Eagles off the 12-yard completion. In the game now for Rio Grande, number 35, Jonah Correa. Eldorado comes to the line. Tight end down and a wingback. There's a snap, it's gonna be a run. Back to Caden again. Hard run there. About a 4 or 5 yard gain there for Caden Lucero, who's having a great first quarter here for the Eagles. Second down and about 5, second and 6 here for Eldorado as they're driving late here in the first quarter. Substitutions in, number 23 for Rio Grande. That is Malachi Cruz. Eldorado breaks the huddle. This time they go in the spread set. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. QB by himself in the backfield. There's the motion. Looks like a rollout. Snap to the running back again, number 21. Caden Lucero, the big catch and run again. 17-yard gain there. First down, Eagles. Ball in the red zone on the 5-yard line.
Watch the pass, Zach!
You're so big.
133 is running.
Oh my goodness, you're big too.
Eldorado quarterback standing by, waiting for the play call. Into the game now for Eldorado, number 3.
Oh, you're taking the pass? What do you have here?
Everett Chastain to run the play in.
Come on.
We're gonna have a timeout here by Coach Riwi for Eldorado. Be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's.
Back here off the timeout for Eldorado. Late here in the first quarter, Eldorado is on the 5-yard line. Red zone, ready to punch it in. There's the snap. It's a bubble snap. QB keeps it. Hold on. Got some laundry on the field. We're going to have false start Eagles negating the play. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Putting the ball at the 10-yard line. Redo first down here for Eldorado.
He has a game in like 30 minutes.
It's gonna come out.
This team is on TV.
You got number 2 out. Where do you go?
I don't know. I hear too much.
QB Tristan Lee giving the play to his offense. They break the huddle. They'll be in an ace tight set. 2 tight ends in close, 2 running backs in the backfield. There's a snap, it's a high snap over his head. It's bouncing back to the 30, and it's still on the ground. Recovered by Eldorado. Huge loss there. Ball on the 28-yard line. Check that ball on the 32-yard line. It's going to be a long second down. 2nd and 32 end zone being the only possibility Eldorado can get. We're going to have end of the first quarter here with the score, Eldorado 7, Rio Grande 6. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by Fully Promoted, bringing you branded products and marketing services empowered by embroidery. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young America Football League Spring Game of the Week. For all your sports photography needs, visit XL Sports Photography. This week's New Mexico Young America Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Clarity Financial Group, finding truth in the numbers.
Mesa del Sol, Field 3, second quarter, game of the week. Eldorado has the ball. They're coming off a long fumble. There's the snap. He's looking for the deep throw down the sideline, and it's intercepted by Rio Grande. Intercepted by number 5. Hudson, check that, number 5 from Rio Grande, Matthew Melendez on the beautiful interception. He stayed in coverage. He read the wheel route, interception. That'll be first down and 10. Rio Grande, ball on the 10-yard line. Huge play for that Rio Grande defense.
Thank you. I don't. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Rio Grande breaks the huddle. Coming in the jumbo set.
Let's go, Rio. There you go. Communicate. Let them know what's going on.
Melendez waiting for the snap. It's a low one. It's on the ground. The ball will be dead there. Ball on about the 8-yard line. Bringing up a second and about 12, second and 13 here for Rio Grande. So both teams have shot themselves in the foot early. Big time blotch snap by Eldorado that pushed them back about 20 yards. Now Rio Grande. Rio Grande breaks the huddle in the jumbo set. Melendez in the backfield, along with Malachi Cruz next to him. There's a snap. Looks like a GT. He breaks free to the outside. Gets about a 5-yard gain, bringing up a third down and 8. Run there by number 5, Matthew Melendez for Rio Grande. Rio Grande breaks the huddle. Big third down and 8 here for them. They'll be in the jumbo set. Melendez in the backfield, along with number 13, Zayden Rael. Looks like it's going to be a QB rollout. He looks free. Pass intended for number 33. And we're standing by waiting for the penalty call here by the referees. I believe it's going to be pass interference. Eldorado. And that indeed is what it is. That'll be an automatic first down here for Rio Grande. Huge, huge play for them on the incomplete pass. The coverage was there. The DB just got there a little bit too early. Ball would be moved up to the 30-yard line. First down and 10. Rio Grande. There's the motion. Snap up the middle. It's a handoff to Zayden Rael up the middle. Nice hard run there. 6-yard run. He stayed low and broke free. 2nd down and 4 here for Rio Grande. Rio Grande coming down, breaking the huddle with that big old line. Malachi Cruz in at quarterback now. There's a snap. It's a QB keeper up the middle. Cruz, nice tough run. It's gonna be 3rd down and 1, 3rd down and inches here off a 4-yard carry there. Rio Grande breaks the huddle. I'm gonna call it. I think it's gonna be a big run right up the middle with Cruz or Zayden Rael. Let's see. There's a snap to Cruz. It's a fumble on the ground. Another low snap there. Rio Grande shot themselves in the foot. It's gonna bring up 4th down and 6 after the 5-yard loss with the blocked snap. Huge possession for both teams. Is Rio Grande gonna get the 1st down, or is the Eldorado defense gonna stick in and stop this offense? Rio Grande breaking the huddle immediately. Looks like they'll continue to be in that jumbo set. And at quarterback now, number 5, Matthew Melendez. Next to him is Malachi Cruz and Zayden Rael. It looks like it's gonna be a keeper with Melendez, and he's gonna be stopped just short. Wait, check. It's gonna be actually a 1st down. Rio Grande. That big old line and running back came behind and pushed Melendez across. And that's gonna be 1st down and 10. Huge for Rio Grande. Huge 4th down and 6 for them. With this clock running here in the 2nd quarter. Rio Grande breaks the huddle. Cruz back at quarterback. Next to him is Zayden Rael. There's a snap. It's a handoff to Rael. And he's brought down, tackled there by the Eagles. Big number 21, Caden Lucero, along with number 41, Owen Meda.
Maybe on the other team they might. Pretty much at these teams are run. There might be a pass here or there.
We have a 2nd down and about 6 here. Rio Grande coming to the line. Quarterback now is Malachi Cruz. Next to him, Zayden Rael. There's the snap. It's a low snap. Cruz picks it up, and he breaks free to the outside, and he's brought down after about an 11-yard run. The blocked snap again. Tackled by number 41, Owen Meda, along with number 9, Malachi Romero. It's gonna be 1st down here, ball on the 25-yard line. Melendez and Rael in the backfield for Rio Grande. There's the motion. There's the handoff to Rael. Looks like a trap. Nice tough run there for Rael. 6-yard run there. He's tackled by number 5 from the Eagles, Hudson Powell. Okay, bringing up a 2nd down and 5, 2nd down and 4 here. Got 4 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. It's been a big, long drive here for Rio Grande, coming off of the interception by Melendez. Melendez in the backfield with Rael. And it looks like a run up the middle to Rael. He cuts right, cuts left, up the middle. Nice, tough run there. That's going to be a Rio Grande Raven 1st down. Ball on the 15-yard line with this clock running still. 1st down. Huge drive here for Rio Grande. They've ran the ball and chewed up clock this whole 2nd quarter. Rio Grande breaks the huddle. Melendez, Rael in the backfield, along with number 33. There's a snap. Rael takes it off the pull, follows his blockers. Nice 3-yard tough run again. It's gonna be second down and about 6. Second and 7 here for Rio Grande. We're gonna have a timeout here. Rio Grande, we'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
This segment of the New Mexico Young America Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Davis Miles, your New Mexico lawyers.
Accent Southwest Windows and Doors is the only locally owned 5-star Anlin Gold dealer in New Mexico. Our factory-trained installers can upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, saving you money. With over 90,000 installs, our record speaks for itself. Accent Southwest Windows and Doors.
This segment of the New Mexico Young America Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Davis Miles, your New Mexico lawyers. This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of New Mexico Young America Football League Spring Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's. This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods.
We're coming off a Rio Grande Raven timeout. If you're just tuning in right now, the score is 7 Eagles, 6 Ravens. Rio Grande has had a big drive here in the second quarter, chewing up the clock, using Melendez and Zayden Rael's running. There's a snap. Cruz keeps it. He's going to roll right. He's going to keep the ball down the sideline. And he's brought down after about a 5-yard run. Tackle made there by number 1, Tristan Lee from Eldorado. It's going to be third down here. Third down about 3 for the Ravens.
Let's go, boys. You got to run it hard.
The Ravens break the huddle. In the backfield for the Ravens, number 5 quarterback Melendez and number 33 Connor Kirschneret in the backfield. Looks like a handoff. It's going to be a keeper, actually. Play action by Melendez. He breaks free. Touchdown, Ravens. Melendez faked the run up the middle, which was a trap, kept it, QB power, and punched it in the end zone. Great play call there. It's worked for them this whole second quarter. And that's going to make the score 12-7. Stand by for the extra point here for the Ravens.
Hey, Jonah boy, he looking hungry. Feed him.
Ravens come to the line with that big old line.
He's hungry, go feed him.
In the backfield now, number 33, Connor Kirscheret, along with number 5, Melendez, who just scored. There's a snap, it's a handoff to Connor, and he punches it through the red zone. Huge big run there by Connor Kirscheret. That's going to make the score 13-7. Rio Grande here late in the second quarter. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
New Mexico Young America Football League Spring Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young America Football League Spring Game of the Week. For all your sports photography needs, visit XL Sports Photography. This segment of the Game of the Week is brought to you by First Impressions, Inc. for all your graphics and apparel needs. First Impressions, Inc.
Accent Southwest Windows and Doors is the only locally owned 5-star Anlin Gold dealer in New Mexico. Our factory-trained installers can upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, saving you money. With over 90,000 installs, our record speaks for itself. Accent Southwest Windows and Doors.
We're back here at Mesa del Sol, Field 3, Game of the Week between Rio Grande Ravens and the Eldorado Eagles, 14U division. If you're just tuning in, the score is right now, Rio Grande 13, Eldorado 7. Rio Grande had a huge second quarter, possessed the ball almost the whole quarter, and punched it in. Led by number 5 quarterback Matthew Melendez, along with number 23 Malachi Cruz. Also some tough running there by number 13 Zayden Rael. The ball was just kicked. It's going to be first down and 10 here for Eldorado late in the second quarter. Let's see if they can answer back and get a touchdown before the half. Ball will be on the 25-yard line. 1:39 left here in the first half. Eldorado breaks the huddle. They'll be coming out in a spread set. One to the left, two receivers to the right. Running back in the backfield, along with quarterback Tristan Lee. There's the snap. Lee's going to give a handoff. And he's still running. He's brought down. Run there by number 21, Caden Lucero. Got about a 12-yard gain there. We're going to have a timeout here by Eldorado late here in the first half. Be back here in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
This segment of the New Mexico Young American Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Davis Miles, your New Mexico lawyers. This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of New Mexico Young American Football League Spring Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's.
Back here coming off of the timeout from Eldorado. Got a minute 39 left here in the first quarter. Huge drive here, momentum-wise for Eldorado. They did get a big 12-yard gain there from their running back, Caden Lucero. There's a snap. It's a handoff to Lucero. Again to the outside. He cuts right, cuts left. He's met immediately. Brought down, big hit by number 33, Connor Crucheret, in there on the tackle, along with Malachi Cruz. Bringing up a second down and about 4. Eldorado breaks the huddle. The clock is running. Lee at quarterback. There's a snap to Lee. He's going to keep it. Looks like to be a pass. Lee's going to keep it. Runs the ball. Gets about a 3-yard gain. It's going to be third down and 1. We're going to have a timeout here from the Eagles late in the first half. Be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
Southwest Windows and
We're here after the Eldorado Eagle timeout. Got about 49 seconds left here late in the first half. There's the motion there, and it's on the ground. It's a block snap. It's a fumble. And the quarterback lands on it. It's going to bring up 4th down and 11. Clock is running. That was a huge play there for the Eagles momentum-wise. Fumbling the snap. Let's see, here it goes. There's a snap to the quarterback. Looks like we're going to have a whistle. And that's going to be halftime, folks, with the score. Rio Grande 13, Eldorado 7. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's. This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by Fully Promoted, bringing you branded products and marketing services empowered by embroidery. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Spring Game of the Week. For all your sports photography needs, visit XL Sports Photography. This week's New Mexico Young American Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Clarity Financial Group, finding truth in the numbers.
You've got more tasks to do than there are hours in a day. Are you comfortable with that? Being comfortable should never be a chore. This is
Can you turn his on? Coach, can you hear me, Coach?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. We're just going to face this way, okay? I'm here with Coach Riri from Eldorado Eagles, 14U. Coach, first half. Right now it's 13-7. Tell me some of the key takeaways. What are you guys going to come up with in the second half to maybe come back a little bit?
Well, our linebackers have to be a little more aggressive, stuff those holes, moving the ball effectively. We just got to stay with the turnovers.
What is maybe Rio Grande doing? Are they doing anything special? Anything that you weren't prepared for?
No, nothing special. We know Rio Grande are very physical. They're playing a great game now, so we just need to stop turnovers, be aggressive back to
Coach, the key thing that we've seen has been your running back, number 21. He's having a heck of a game. He has the ball. Are you going to continue to throw the ball? He catches, he's running.
Here's the thing, Caden, with his body on the line, he's a all-around player. We're going to keep going towards work.
Awesome, Coach. Second half here in a moment. Score 13, Rio Grande, 7 Eldorado. We'll be back in a moment. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of New Mexico Young American Football League Spring Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Spring Game of the Week. For all your sports photography needs, visit XL Sports Photography. This segment of the Game of the Week is brought to you by First Impressions, Inc. for all your graphics and apparel needs. First Impressions, Inc.
Accent Southwest Windows and Doors is the only locally owned 5-star Anlin Gold dealer in New Mexico. Our factory-trained installers can upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, saving you money. With over 90,000 installs, our record speaks for itself. Accent Southwest Windows and Doors.
This segment of the New Mexico Young American Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Davis Miles, your New Mexico lawyers. This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of New Mexico Young American Football League Spring Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's.
You've got more tasks to do than there are hours in a day. Are you comfortable with that? comfortable should never be a chore. This is comfortable.
This week's New Mexico Young America Football League Game of the Week is brought to you by Bubba's 33, where they have food for all.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of New Mexico Young America Football League Spring Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's.
This week's New Mexico Young America Football League Game of the Week is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. You have to be here. This week's segment on the New Mexico Young America Football League Game of the Week is brought to you by the Rio Grande Rotary Club. This week's New Mexico Young America Football League Game of the Week is brought to you by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
This week's New Mexico Young America Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by New Mexico Tractor Sales and Desert Greens Equipment, proud sponsors of the New Mexico Young America Football League. This segment of the New Mexico Young America Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Davis Miles, your New Mexico lawyers.
Accent Southwest Windows and Doors is the only locally owned 5-star Anlin Gold dealer in New Mexico. Our factory-trained installers can upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, saving you money. With over 90,000 installs, our record speaks for itself. Accent Southwest Windows and Doors.
This segment of the New Mexico Young America Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Davis Miles, your New Mexico lawyers. This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of New Mexico Young America Football League Spring Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's.
Standing by, second half kickoff here. Game of the week, Mesa del Sol Field 3. It's been a great game so far. Rio Grande is up 13, Eldorado 7. Receiving the kick will be Rio Grande, back deep. Number 5, Melendez, who receives the kick. He breaks through the outside and he's gonna be gone. Opening kickoff, kick return. Melendez broke free. He's gone down the sideline. Touchdown, Ravens. Huge play there. Huge play there. And there's going to be a penalty as well. That was a touchdown there by Matthew Melendez. Kickoff return there.
Leave the kid alone. Come on.
He did one cut and did a cut. Melendez returned the kickoff. He made one cut to the left, broke free to the sideline and ran it all the way out, outran everyone, putting Rio Grande up 19, Eldorado 7. He's standing by momentarily for the extra point. We want to give a shout out real quick from Jessica. Go Tristan. Tristan Lee, the quarterback, Eldorado. Shout out from Jessica. Go Tristan. Also Peggy, all the way from Ohio. Peggy Baldwin saying go Eagles.
Go finish the drive now.
Rio Grande comes to the line of scrimmage to attempt their extra point.
O-line, communicate. If they hungry, feed them.
Yes.
He's standing straight up, Jonah.
There's a pass that's behind Melendez. Pass is incomplete. That's going to be 19 Rio Grande, 7 Eldorado with the unsuccessful extra point. Kickoff momentarily here. Eldorado will be receiving the ball. See if they can get a touchdown here to turn this momentum over. Back deep to receive for the Eagles. Number 11, Skylar Pastorek, and number 9, Malachi Romero. Kicking off for Rio Grande, number 9, Nathaniel Ballard. And Rio Grande will be kicking off all the way at the 15-yard line due to the unsportsmanlike penalty after the touchdown. So Eldorado is set up for pretty good field position no matter what. There's the kick, it's a deep one. And it's a fumble. And it's a fumble recovered by Rio Grande. And that recovery was by number 5, Melendez again. Melendez has a fumble recovery, an interception, a running touchdown, and now a kick return. It's going to be first down and 10, Rio Grande. So just about 3 minutes ago, huge change of events. It was 13-7 Rio Grande, but they ran the opening kickoff back, making it 19-7. And now on the kick return for Eldorado, we had a fumble recovered by Melendez now. Rio Grande breaks the huddle, coming in that jumbo set. They've been in it the whole game. Check that. They'll be in the jumbo set with 2 receivers to the right this time. Melendez in the backfield, solo. There's a snap, Melendez, it's a QB draw up the middle. Melendez breaks free, he cuts right, down the sideline. Melendez, touchdown, Rio Grande. Matthew Melendez, heck of a game. That's going to make the score 25-7, Rio Grande. So the first 5 minutes of the game, we've had a kick return, a fumble, and now a long QB draw touchdown run. Busting this score out, making it 25-7. Extra point coming up here in a moment. Rio Grande breaks the huddle. In the backfield at quarterback number 23, Malachi Cruz. He's solo with 2 receivers to the right. We're going to have a timeout here. Rio Grande. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of New Mexico Young American Football League Spring Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Spring Game of the Week. For all your sports photography needs, visit XL Sports Photography. This segment of the Game of the Week is brought to you by First Impressions, Inc. for all your graphics and apparel needs. First Impressions, Inc.
Accent Southwest Windows and Doors is the only locally owned 5-star Anlin Gold dealer in New Mexico. Our factory-trained installers can upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, saving you money. With over 90,000 installs, our record speaks for itself. Accent Southwest Windows and Doors.
Extra point attempt here. Malachi Cruz in the backfield. He's going to keep it. Cuts up the middle. Tough run up the middle. And he's going to be short. He was met by number 15 from Eldorado. Brooke Hood on the stop there, along with number 43, Big Chris Conway Rigel. Extra point no good. The score is still the Ravens 25, Eldorado 7 here in the third quarter. Kickoff momentarily. Doing the kicking duties for Rio Grande is number 9, Nathaniel Ballard. Back deep to receive for Eldorado. Number 9, Malachi Romero. And number 11, Skylar Pastorek.
What happens to the ball goes right?
Ballard places the ball on the tee, awaiting the official whistle. There's the kick, and it's a squib up the middle. On the ground again, picked up, and he's on the ground. He bobbled the snap, got on it this time for Eldorado. Ball be on the 22-yard line, first down and 10. The first time they've had the ball here this second half. They're coming off of a kick return fumble recovery by Rio Grande. Huge drive here for the Eagles. The Eagles break the huddle. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tristan Lee at quarterback. It's a short snap. Handoff to number 21. Looks like we're gonna have a face mask penalty here. That is exactly what it's gonna be. It's gonna be an automatic first down for Eldorado on the personal foul face mask. It'll be first down and 10, Eldorado. Ball on the 35-yard line. Check that ball on the 40-yard line. The Eagles break the huddle. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Lucero in the backfield with Tristan Lee. There's the motion. It's gonna be a QB keeper with Lee. Cuts right. He's brought down. It's about a 3-yard gain there on the QB keeper. We've been seeing both these teams running a lot of QB power trap along with RPOs. Substituting in the game now, number 15 for Eldorado, Brooke Hood. Eldorado breaks the huddle. Lee and Lucero in the backfield. There's a snap, it's a low snap, picked up by number 21. And he's pushed out of bounds after the first down run. Big run there by Caden Lucero, 8-yard gain. First down and 10, Eldorado.
I was making everything I did for them. How much of the weight was just
Eagles break the huddle. Lee and Lucero in the backfield. There's the motion. Looks like a QB keeper up the middle. Lee runs it, gets about a 3-4 yard gain there on the QB keeper. 2nd down and 6 for the Eagles here. Eagles break the huddle. They're going to be in a tight set. 6 linemen down. There's the snap. Looks like he's going to throw it. Throws the outside, and it's going to be caught. And they're saying he's out of bounds there. Incomplete pass there. It was a nice effort there. Pass was intended for number 15. Brooke Hood. It's going to break a 3rd down and 5 here for the Eagles. Eldorado staying in that tight 6 lineman set. There's the snap. It's a handoff to number 5. Gets to the outside. Tough run. And that's going to be 1st down Eagles. Carrying the ball there for the Eagles is number 5, Hudson Powell. Got a 6-yard gain. Good drive here for the Eagles. Ball on about the 16-yard line. Eldorado breaks the huddle. 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right in the gun set. There's the snap. It's a handoff up the middle, number 5 again. He breaks free to the outside. Does a stiff arm. And he's immediately tackled there by number 33. Great open field tackle there from Rio Grande. Connor Kersheret in on that tackle. We have a flag on the play as well. Stand by for the white hat call. It's going to be personal foul. Looks like a face mask there, which will be an automatic 1st down. Huge play there for the Eagles. Rio Grande committing these penalties on this Eagle drive. That's their 2nd one, personal foul. It'll be 1st down and 10. Ball on about the 6-yard line. End zone to go. There's a snap. Handoff to the outside. Breaks free, cuts. Runs hard. And it's going to be touchdown, Eagles. Run there by Caden Lucero, his 2nd of the game. This drive had a heavy dose of him again. That's going to make the score 25-13. Rio Grande still on top. Extra point momentarily.
Hey, D-line! Let's go! Hey,
Eldorado breaks the huddle. 2 backs in the backfield, along with QB. Tristan Lee calls the motion. Hood in the backfield. There's a snap. It's a run up the middle. Cuts right. And he's hit hard. Met by number 33. Once again from Rio Grande, Connor Kersheret on the big stop there on the extra point. That's going to make the score still Rio Grande 25, Eldorado 13. Late here in the 3rd quarter. We're back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
This segment of the New Mexico Young America Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Davis Miles, your New Mexico.
There's the kickoff there, deep. Melendez recovers it at the goal line. Cuts right, and he's met immediately. Great kick coverage there. He's brought down by number 11 from Eldorado, Skylar Pastorek on the tackle. It'll be first down, Eldorado. Check that, first down, Rio Grande. Ball on the forward line. This is a huge drive here, momentum-wise. Is Eldorado going to stop them with this bad field position for Rio Grande, or is Rio Grande going to prevail and have a long drive? Melendez in the backfield, in the gun set. There's a snap. Looks like a run to the left. Malachi Cruz gets about a 1-yard gain, and he was tackled there by number 11 again. Skylar Pastorek, number 11, in on that tackle. Second down and 9 here for Rio Grande. Ball behind you. Rio Grande breaks up huddle in a jumbo set. Melendez in the backfield. There's a snap. Looks like a QB keeper. Melendez breaks free. He makes a cut. He's still down the sideline. About a 40-yard run. He tried to cut inside, cut back outside, and got pushed out of bounds there. Another great play there by Melendez, the quarterback from Rio Grande, who's had a heck of a game today. It's going to be first down and 10, the Ravens. Rio Grande comes to the line quick. Malachi Cruz in that quarterback in the backfield. It's a snap direct. He's going to keep it. QB keeper off the pulling guard tackles. Tough run there by Cruz, and he's brought down. 7-yard gain there. He followed his 2 guards on the pull action. Rio Grande breaks the huddle. Cruz in at quarterback. Behind Cruz is number 13, Caden Rael. And it looks like it's going to be a roll to the left. Cruz rolls right. And he's brought down immediately, met by Eldorado defender. That's big number 43 from the Eagles, Chris Conway-Rigel, in on the tackle.
The orange team in the very back.
We have a substitution back in the game now as quarterback Melendez. Stand by for the referee call here. And it's going to be the end of the third quarter, folks. The score, Rio Grande 25, Eldorado 13. We'll be back here for the fourth quarter game of the week, folks.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of New Mexico Young America Football League Spring Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's.
here at the beginning of this fourth quarter. If you're just tuning in, Rio Grande Ravens 25, Eldorado 13. Rio Grande has had about a 4-minute drive here. Big key plays from their quarterback Melendez, who's had a great game today on offense and defense and special teams. There's a snap, Melendez. It's a handoff to number 13, the power back. Zayden Rael gets about a 5-6 yard gain there, and they've used Rael a lot in short yardage situations, and he picks up 5-6 yards every time he gets the ball. He runs hard and low. We're on 4th down and 1 here. It's a fumble snap. Melendez just falls on it. That was a huge play there for Eldorado on the block snap. It's going to be 1st down and 10 Eagles. Ball in the 44th quarter. Let's see if Eldorado can punch it in here to make this score down to single digits. Eldorado comes in line, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Huge drive here for the Eagles. There's a motion. It's going to be a QB keeper to the right. He runs, cuts, and he's met immediately once again by linebacker number 33, Connor Kercherette, in on the tackle. The gain of maybe 1, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 here for the Eagles. Eldorado breaking the huddle. 1 receiver to the left, 1 to the right. In the backfield along with the quarterback, Tristan Lee, is number 21, Caden Lucero. There's a snap. Looks like it's going to be a halfback swing, and it's caught by Lucero. He cuts. There goes Lucero down the sideline. Touchdown, Eagles. Huge play there, running back Caden Lucero. They used him a lot in the first quarter. He had a big first quarter, and they went back to him here in a key play. And that's going to make this score 25-19, down to single digits here in the fourth quarter. Huge possession coming up here. Eldorado trying the extra point here. Once again, the score is Rio Grande 25, Eldorado 19. Extra point coming up here in a moment. In the game now for Eldorado, number 11, Skylar Pastorek. The Eagles break the huddle quickly. It was a nice swing pass there by Tristan Lee, the quarterback, as well, to number 21, Caden Lucero. There's a snap. Tristan trying to cut, and he's met immediately in the backfield, brought down by number 15 from Rio Grande.
Way to go, Bubba!
Parker Litt.
Way to go!
That's going to make the score still Rio Grande 25, Eldorado 19. Here in the fourth quarter. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
You've got more tasks to do than there are hours in a day. Are you comfortable with that? Being comfortable should never be a chore. This is comfortable.
This week's New Mexico Young America Football League Game of the Week is brought to you by Bubba's 33, where they have food for all.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of New Mexico Young.
We're back here, folks. Game of the week, field 3. It's a beautiful day out here. Mesa del Sol. If you're tuning in, barely, you've missed a lot of action. The score right now is Rio Grande 25, Eldorado 19. They've had a heck of a comeback. And there's the kickoff, and it's a deep one. It goes out of bounds at the 10. It's a nice kick there by number 41 from Eldorado.
When you do that, like, I saw that you
Owen Meda. But it's going to be a first down here for Rio Grande coming off the penalty. Huge kickoff possession here. Huge possession for both teams. Is Eldorado going to come with the stop and punch it in with the score to tie the game? Or is Rio Grande going to use the clock? We've got about 7:49 left here in the fourth quarter. It's going to be actually a re-kick here. Kicking off for Eldorado is going to be number 41. Owen Meda. Check that, the kicking's gonna be number 23. Ethan Size. And it's a wobbler to the side. Kick to Melendez, who picks it up. He goes to the left, takes the ball. He's got some speed, we've seen it all game. Gets to the outside, he cuts, breaks another tackle. And he's brought down immediately by number 23. Ethan Sides on the tackle. He first down and 10. Ball at the 30 for these Ravens.
That's probably the HD.
Rio Grande breaking the huddle. Melendez in the backfield, along with Zayden Rael, their power back. There's a motion, we're gonna have penalty. It looks like false start, which is gonna push Rio Grande back 5 yards. Be first and 15 here after that offsides call. We're gonna have a timeout here by Rio Grande. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's. This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by Fully Promoted, bringing you branded products and marketing.
We're here back, Game of the Week, Field 3, Mesa del Sol. We're coming out for Rio Grande. Offsides call and a timeout. It's first down and 15. Rio Grande here with 7 minutes left in this fourth quarter. There's a snap. It's a handoff to the power back, number 13. He's bent the backfield immediately. Brought down by number 5 from Eldorado. Hudson Powell in on that penetration tackle. Great play there from his linebacker position. Making it 2nd and 16. Here for Rio Grande, and the clock is running. Melendez in the backfield in the gun position. There's a snap, it's a low snap, it's a fumble, ball on the ground. And Rio Grande saved it. Recovered by number 33, saved the day for Rio Grande, Connor Kersheret. And it's gonna be third down, about 18 on that bobbled snap from the center to quarterback transition. Rio Grande comes to the line. 2 receivers to the right. Melendez in the backfield by himself. And Rio Grande is going with 5 offensive linemen on this big third down. Melendez calling some audibles. There's the snap. Melendez drops back. He's looking on the wheel route, and it's caught. Caught by number 11. It's still going to be 4th down and about 3 here for Rio Grande. Huge possession. Huge play for both teams. Is Rio Grande going to get the first down, or is Eldorado going to get the stop with enough time to punch it in to tie the ball game up? Melendez runs the play into his troops. Looks to see some confusion. We're going to have a timeout here by the Rio Grande coaching staff. We'll be back in a moment, folks, here late in the 4th quarter, game of the week.
Powered by Embroidery. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young America Football League Spring Game of the Week. For all your sports photography needs, visit XL Sports Photography. This week's New Mexico Young America Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Clarity Financial Group, finding truth in the numbers.
Here after the timeout, game of the week. Field 3, we have a tight one here. Oh, but it's a snap on the ground. And this is a big 4th down, and that's going to be Fall Star Rio Grande. It's going to push him back 5 yards, bringing up a 4th and 8 here. Huge. It was a fumble on the play there, but one of the offensive linemen jumped off sides, negating the fumble, which is probably a better result for Rio Grande. It's going to be 4th down and about 8 and 9 here. About 9, 4th and 9 for Rio Grande. Is Eldorado's defense going to step up and make the stop? Or is Rio Grande going to call 1st down here? Let's see, Melendez in the backfield along with number 13. Zayden Rael with a big back. There's a snap. So throw to Zayden Rael. And he's met immediately for the big stop. Tackle made there by big number 41. Owen McGaw stopping that play there. Actually tackled by number 43. Chris Conway Rigel. Huge defensive play. Turnover on downs here. Be 1st down and 10. Eldorado late in the 4th quarter here. Huge drive with the score Rio Grande 25, Eldorado 19. Eldorado comes to the line. 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Tristan Lee in the backfield along with number 21, Caden Lucero. There's the snap. It's a handoff to Lucero, who cuts, stiff arms, and he's brought down. Big hit there by number 33, Connor Fischrutt for Rio Grande. We're going to have an injury timeout here, folks. We're back in a moment. Game of the week.
League Spring Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's.
This week's New Mexico Young America Football League Game of the Week is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. You have to be here. This week's segment on the New Mexico Young America Football League Game of the Week is brought to you by the Rio Grande Rotary Club.
Timeout. Good to see the player get up. If you're just tuning in, we're here late in the fourth quarter. Eldorado is driving. It's 2nd down and 1 after a big run from running back Caden Lucero.
If you go the way high schools are,
There's a snap. He looks right, and it's pass intended for number 5 from Eldorado, Hudson Powell, bringing up a 3rd down and 1. That will stop the clock, though. Eldorado breaks the huddle. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Lee in the backfield as the quarterback, along with number 21, Caden Lucero. There's the snap. Handoff to Lucero. Guard tackle pull. Lucero runs hard. He breaks the tackle. He's knocked out of bounds. Big time run. 1st down there from running back Caden Lucero. 6-yard carry. Making that an Eldorado Eagle 1st down. Ball is on the 18-yard line here. Eldorado breaking the huddle again. Eldorado has fought back here in the 2nd half. There's a snap. Looks like a pass over the middle, and it's deflected. Pass was intended there for number 41, Owen Madaw from the tight end position. In coverage there was number 33. I've been calling his name all day, Connor Crucheret on the coverage. Be 2nd down and 10 here for the Eagles. Eagles come out, 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right.
Come on, D.
Tristan Lee, the quarterback, motion there by number 21. He rolls right, throws it, and it's out of his hands. Pass incomplete. 3rd down.
Good job, Parker. Good catch, baby. Let's go, guys. 2 more, baby. 2 more.
3rd down here for Eldorado. Ball is on the 18-yard line. Late in the 4th quarter here. If you're just tuning in, the score is Rio Grande 25, Eldorado 19. Huge drive here for the Eagles. 2 receivers to the right, to the left. Lee, the quarterback. There's a snap. It's a handoff to the right, to the left. He cuts. Nice run there. Gets about a 5-yard gain there for Caden Lucero. We're going to have a timeout here. Key 4th down here. 4th down and 5 for the Eagles coming from the timeout. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
You've got more tasks to do than there are hours in a day. Are you comfortable with that? Being comfortable should never be a chore. This is comfortable.
We're back from the timeout here immediately. 4th down and about 5 for Eldorado. Ball on the 12-yard line. Huge play. There's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to the running back. Cuts to the outside. He breaks the tackle, gets in. 1st down, Eagles. Number 33, Connor Crucheret, the linebacker who's been solid all game, had him by his shirt. But number 21, Caden Lucero, powered through and got the 1st down for Eldorado. We're going to have a timeout here. Be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
This week's New Mexico Young America Football League Game of the Week is brought to you by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
We're back here coming off the timeout from Eldorado coach. of a first down. Ball on the 5-yard line. Quarterback in the backfield along with number 21, Caden Lucero, who's been a workhorse today for the Eagles. There's the handoff. It's a handoff to Lucero. On the track, there he is. Touchdown, Eagles! Huge play there. Off the touchdown run from Caden Lucero, who brought his team back. We're going to have a penalty on the play. It looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike after the touchdown for spiking the ball on the ground. That's going to even this score up. Rio Grande 25, Eagles 25. They'll be attempting the extra point here. This extra point is huge here. Like I said, both teams are tied. We've had a huge turn of events. Rio Grande ran back the opening kickoff to make the score 19-7. Then they had a huge fumble on the kickoff. They got the ball back and they scored again. Check that, they didn't score. They got stopped. Eldorado scored. And I did get confirmation from the ref. It wasn't unsportsmanlike for spiking the ball on the ground. It's going to be a tie game right now, 25-25. Extra point coming from the 18-yard line. This is a big play here. Is Eldorado going to get the extra point, or will Rio Grande stop them and force this game into overtime? Eldorado breaks the huddle. Key play here. He's rushing the line. The backfield will be number 1, Tristan Lee at quarterback, along with number 21, the workhorse, Caden Lucero, and number 5, Hudson Powell. There's a snap. He's looking to throw. He rolls right. He throws in the back of the end zone, and it's off his hands. Incomplete. That's going to keep this game 25-25 ball game late here in the fourth quarter. Be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week. Here, 6 seconds left to go, I've been told by the white hat. Eldorado is kicking. Melendez back deep. He did run a kick return back early in the second half. Let's see what happens here. Kicking off, number 21, Caden Lucero. There's the kick. It's a wobbler, and it goes out of bounds. So we're still going to have about 6 seconds left. Ball on the 30-yard line. Let's see if Rio Grande takes a knee and heads into overtime, or if they're going to try and attempt to go for this touchdown to win the game. And it looks like the Rio Grande coaching staff is electing to re-kick the ball. They want to take the penalty, and this is kind of the sequence that happened at the beginning of the second half. The ball went out, they re-kicked it, and then Melendez took it 80 yards to the house. Let's see if he can return the favor again, or if Eldorado stops him here and forces this into overtime. There's the kick. Whistle again by the refs. Looks like they'll be re-kicking the ball again. And here comes the kick by number 23. Ethan Sides, there it is. It's on the ground and it goes out of bounds again. And the Rio Grande coaching staff is going to elect to have them re-kick and take the penalty again. So they'll be kicking off from the 20 now. Huge change of events for this game. It's been an exciting one. So they're not going to re-kick again. Coach Zamora has elected to bring his offense out. Ball is on the 40-yard line. 6 seconds left. Melendez in the gun. Perfect guy to have the ball in this situation. They've called his number all game, and he's came big. There's a snap. Melendez is looking deep. He puts time. He throws it. And we're going to have a penalty on the play. And it looks like we're going to have pass interference. Stand by for the call. It is indeed pass interference. Eldorado, which we will have another play. It's going to be looks like a 15-yard penalty, 10-yard penalty. They called it, hold on, stand by. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. It is pass interference. Ball will be on the 20-yard line with no time left. Last play of regulation. Is Rio Grande going to score, or is Eldorado going to stop and force this into overtime? Got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 4 linemen, quarterback in the backfield, Melendez. Eldorado defense looks like they're running man. Their defenses came up big here in this 4th quarter. Can they make a big play again? There's a snap. Melendez drops back, 3-step drop, rolls to the left, rolls right. Great pressure there by the Eagle defense. He gets away, chucks it to the end zone. Incomplete. And that is the end of regulation. Stand by, folks, for overtime here. Back in a moment. Game of the week, Field 3, Mesa del Sol. We're standing by here. It is the end of regulation. We are in overtime. The refs have both captains out from the representative teams. We'll stand by to see who gets the ball here. There's the flip. And it's looking like Eldorado has won the toss. They will elect to receive. And Eldorado will receive the ball. They'll have their first chance on offense to punch it in here in this overtime possession. If you're just tuning into this game, we had a huge change of events at halftime. It was 13-7. Rio Grande was winning. Rio Grande ran back a huge 80-yard return by Melendez for a touchdown. Then they stopped him. They scored again, making the score 25-7. And the whole late 3rd quarter to 4th quarter has been all Eldorado, with the turnarounds of touchdowns, with the great presence and running back by Caden Lucero, who's had a wonderful game. Overtime rolls out. Ball will be at the 10-yard line. 4 times the score. 4 downs the score. Rio Grande will be on D. And here we go. Eldorado breaks the huddle. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. QB Tristan Lee in the backfield, along with workhorse Caden Lucero in the backfield. There's the snap. He throws it over the middle. It's intercepted. Intercepted by number 33, Connor Rouchret. And they blow the whistle dead. We're going to stand by and see what happened here. And we thought we had an interception return by number 33, Connor Rouchret, who's also had a wonderful game today. at his linebacking position, standing by for the call by the White Hats.
He was keeping up with him, huh?
No flag on the play. They waved the flag off. It is a successful interception for Connor Crucheret. Crucial play here in overtime. Rio Grande will have the ball now on the 10-yard line to try their points. Their offense comes online. They've relied heavily on the running of Melendez, along with number 13, Zayden Rael, and Malachi Cruz, number 23. I'm sure they'll stick with this run game.
Go deep, pick it up here.
Rio Grande breaks the huddle, coming with that jumbo set. Melendez and Rael in the backfield. I'm going to call it here. I think Rael is going to get the ball up the middle. And there it is, ball up the middle to Rael, who breaks free, breaks tackles. Tough run there by Zayden Rael, number 13. And there is a flag on the play. Stand by for the call. I believe it's face mask on Eldorado. And it is indeed. It's going to be personal foul, face mask, which is going to make it an automatic first down. Ball on the 2-yard line. Actually, repeat the down, second down. We're going to have a timeout here by Eldorado Eagles. Be back in a moment, folks. Overtime game of the week, Field 3, Mesa del Sol.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's.
Coming back, Mesa del Sol, Game of the Week, Field 3. Huge game, overtime right now. Rio Grande has the ball on the 2-yard line in the jumbo set. Melendez in the backfield. And it's a ball on the ground, fumble. And it's picked up, and he's sacked in the backfield. Huge play. Brought down by number 41. Owen Meda, along with number 43.
You're back in it here.
Number 43 is Chris Conway Rigel on the tackle in the backfield. That's going to push it Rio Grande all the way back to the 12-yard line. It's going to be second down. Second down and long here for Rio Grande in overtime. Melendez at quarterback, who's had a stellar game. There's the snap. It's going to be QB keeper to Melendez, who cuts up, and he's met right away by a host of Eldorado Eagle tacklers. We have a flag on the play as well. Face mask again.
Fourth down. Hey, let's go defense. Hey, let's go deep. Fourth down.
We're going to have a timeout here after this penalty. The refs are talking. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by Fully Promoted, bringing you branded products and marketing services empowered by embroidery. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Spring Game of the Week for all your sports photography needs. Visit XL Sports Photography. This week's New Mexico Young American Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Clarity Financial Group, finding truth in the middle.
We're back here from the Eldorado Eagle timeout here in overtime. Ball is on the 11-yard line. Fourth down. Melendez in the gun, empty set. Eldorado running man coverage. There's a snap. Melendez drops back. He's looking. Pass over the middle. It's deflected, incomplete. And now Rio Grande will go back on D, and Eldorado will stay on offense. We had no touchdowns in the end of this overtime. We'll be going into a second overtime now.
Offense.
Eldorado will be on offense. So here's still game tied up. Eldorado 25, the Ravens 25. Second overtime. Game of the week, field 3. If you're just tuning in, you've missed a stellar game. In the gun set now, quarterback Tristan Lee. Next to him is the workhorse Caden Lucero. There's a snap. It's a handoff to Caden Lucero up the middle, who cuts, dodges, gets about a 3-yard gain. Tackled there by number 23 from Rio Grande, Malachi Cruz, along with big number 35, Jonah Correa. Eldorado breaking the huddle, second down here in this second overtime. Tristan Lee in the backfield, along with Caden Lucero. Lee hands it off to Lucero, who cuts up. Tough run, there he goes. Touchdown, Eagles! Caden Lucero in the end zone again. The workhorse making this score, Eldorado 31, Rio Grande 25. Rio Grande will have a chance on offense to try to punch this in. And man, this Eldorado team is real resilient. They had a bunch of adversity. They were down 25-7, came all the way back, and now they are up 31-25 here in this second overtime. Eldorado breaking the huddle to attempt the extra point. Split out right is 2 receivers. Split out left is 1 receiver. Lee in the backfield, along next to the workhorse, Caden Lucero. There's the motion. There's the snap, and the ball's on the ground. Fumble. He jumped on it. Extra point is no good. We will flip sides now. Rio Grande will get a chance here to tie this ball game up. They score right now. Eldorado 31. Rio Grande 25, game of the week, field 3, Mesa del Sol. If I'm going to call it here, I believe they're going to give the ball in Melendez's hands. Melendez has been real big for them. Also has been number 13, Zayden Rael, along with number 33, Connor Kershret. There's a snap. Melendez is going to keep it. QB keeper sneaks up the middle, and he's brought down. A 5-yard gain there. Big tackle there by number 3 from Eldorado, Everett Chastain on the tackle, along with number 41, Owen Madah. And you can hear the Eldorado Eagle fans. Melendez in the backfield, in the gun set. Ball at the 5-yard line. A handoff, and he's met in the backfield immediately. Brought down by number 21 from Eldorado. Number 21 was Caden Lucero, making a big play on defense. We've seen him on offense all game. Huge tackle there. 3rd down and 6 here in this double overtime game. Rio Grande breaks the huddle. They'll be in the jumbo set. Melendez at quarterback. Next to him is Zayden Rael, the power back. There's the motion by Connor Kershret. There's a snap. Melendez fumbles it. It's on the ground. Recovered by Eldorado. Recovered by Eldorado. Number 5 lets it go. And Eldorado does the unthinkable with the comeback. And they win this game 31-25. Please stand by for coach-player interviews.
You've got more tasks to do than there are hours in a day. Are you comfortable with that? Being comfortable should never be a chore. This is comfortable.
I'm here with Coach Lee, Eldorado head coach. Huge game, okay? You guys came back, huge adversity, resilience. You guys were down 25-7. Came off in the second half. Opening kickoff, then you had some trouble on the kick return, fumbled the ball. Tell me, what were the keys to this?
The number one key is that we never gave. We never gave up. The kids showed resilience. We didn't give up. The sidelines came alive to support, and our defense came alive.
It did. Coach, we've never had an overtime game doing this. It's very exciting. Like I said, you guys were down 25-7 in the third quarter. You came all the way back, ended up winning. The defense came big. Another one is, tell me about your workhorse, Caden. Heck of a game.
Caden, he never gave up. He wants to win. He's hungry on every play.
Coach, real quick, is this your guys' first, second win?
This is our first win.
You're 1-1. I think it's going to be a huge momentum for you going to the game. Tell me what the keys are, who you play next, and what the expectation is.
We have Cleveland East next, so we're looking for a good week of practice again, and like you said, carrying that momentum to the next week.
Awesome, Coach. Now stand by. Head coach. Great game for Eldorado. I'm going to pull Caden now in for an interview. Thank you, Coach.
Go Birds!
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's.
Kate, I'm just going to ask a couple questions. Just answer them the best you can, okay?
This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by Fully Promoted, bringing you branded products and marketing services powered by embroidery. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young.
I'm here with player of the game, running back Caden Lucero, who also plays linebacker. Caden, you had a wonderful game, dude. You had a bunch of touchdowns. You were all over the field on both sides. Tell me, what was the keys to that?
The keys to that is we just have really good coaches, and they're always there for us, and they're there for us to have a good game. And it's just, we have a great O-line. They help us get through everything, and they pick up their blocks perfectly.
You had a great game. Tell me a little bit about the chemistry you and your team have, how you guys can use this overtime win. You guys were down 25-7, came all the way back and won. What are the keys for the momentum for next game?
We just keep it going to a good week of practice. We have another good opponent next week. We just have to do the same thing we did today.
All right, Caden, I'm going to go on a limb. It's 4th down and 1. Your favorite play call, which is you. What would you want?
Spread red 35.
And what does that happen on that play?
It's a snap, and then it's a handoff to the left side.
Once again, I'm here with player of the game, Caden. Great game, son. Game of the week, Field 3, Mesa del Sol, wrapping up double overtime win for the Eldorado Eagles, 31-26. Thank you, buddy.
Football League Spring Game of the Week. For all your sports photography needs, visit XL Sports Photography. This week's New Mexico Young America Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Clarity Financial Group, finding truth in the numbers.
You've got more tasks to do than there are hours in a day. Are you comfortable with that? Being comfortable should never be a chore. This is comfortable.